In this video, we are going to be covering the Drip network. So we'll be going over what is Drip, how is it different from other protocols, the mechanics, taxes, how the referral system works, the history of the developer, the project utility, the upcoming roadmap, pros and cons, and frequently asked questions. I'll be trying to keep this video brief, less than 15 minutes. There's a lot to cover, so by no means is this all-intensive deep dive into the platform, but meant to instead spark your curiosity so that you can do some more digging on your own and decide if this is a financial vehicle worthy of your capital. So let's get started. So what is Drip? In short, the white paper says it is the deflationary 1% daily ROI platform. So it's a combination of 3 different smart contracts on the Binance Smart Chain that pay out 1% daily ROI on your investment. These contracts consist of the Fountain, which is where you buy and sell the native Drip token, the Faucet contract, where you compound and claim your dividends, and the Reservoir, where you can provide additional Drip BNB liquidity to support the price and stability of the Drip pair. What makes it different? It got its original ideas from Hex and the Bankroll on the Tron network, but what makes it different is it is a deflationary mechanism, so meaning the tokens are burned and locked in the contracts. Dividends are paid out based on taxes and not minting new tokens. We'll go deeper into the tax system in the next few slides. There is a fixed maximum payout of 365x on your deposit. So meaning whatever you deposit, you'll get a maximum of 365x return on that deposit. There is also a maximum number of tokens that you can hold per wallet. This incentivizes newer capital as well as new players and de-incentivizes whales. The mechanics and tax systems. So everything within the system is taxed. When you buy, when you sell, when you claim, or even if you send it to another person from your wallet, is a 10% tax. When you hydrate or put money back into the system, compounding it, there's a 5% tax. There is different whale tiers based on the number of tokens in your whale your account, up to 50% additional tax. So if you have the 90,000 to 100,000 maximum tokens in your wallet, there will be an additional 50% tax on top of the 10% buy, sell, claim, and send. Additionally, the contract only pays out dividends of 1% per day, which again stabilizes the contract and de-incentivizes whales from dumping on the market. There is a referral and team building system built into the contract. This is more for marketing. I know the first thing that screams out at this is pyramid or MLM, but you do not need to onboard new members or get people in for the contract to sustain itself or for you to get rewards. You'll get your rewards regardless of if you are marketing or building a team or not. Additionally, to get those rewards, you must hold the BREAP token. This is a token on the Binance Smart Chain that the developer created previously and added to this to add utility to his previous projects. Additionally, the tiers or the incentives are locked up to 15 levels up or down within the system, and only one positive action for one reward is available, meaning whatever referral bonus is being kicked out, it does not funnel all the way up to the top. It only looks for the next person within the system who has not received a reward, and it does a round robin search up or down 15 levels to determine who's next. And if it gets to 15 levels, it just cycles back around. Here's some history on Forex Shark. So this is the lead developer on the project. He's been in crypto since 2015. And he's a pseudo-anonymous dev, so you will find tons of AMAs and discussions, as well as different Telegram groups and Discords with his fingerprint on different projects. We won't go into all of them, but the main thing to note is that whenever he builds a project, he doesn't just leave it and go on to the next one. He tries to build utility on top of the projects. That's where BREAP and Drip and then the Manor Farm and now the Animal Farm have come in, where all of these projects have stacked on top of one another to build an entire ecosystem of utility. So speaking of utility, here are some up and coming projects and existing use cases. So other people within the community have built a Monopoly game with NFTs that just launched, and the holders of those NFTs will be receiving drip dividends payouts. So uh, the devs for the Monopoly NFT will be taking all of the capital generated from the NFT and putting it into a public wallet, and then paying out 1% daily to the stakers of, the holders of that NFT. Additionally, BetFury is a one of the leading casinos that use crypto. Drip will be available token on BetFury, and you will get paid in BFG using Drip on their platform. A Drip battle game on BetFury will also be used to pay out in Drip or played with Drip. There's also the Animal Farm, which Drip is used to farm the native pigs token, which pays out dividends in BUSD. So this is a layer two farming protocol on the Binance Smart Chain. And lastly, there has been a lottery announced where you can win pigs and dogs, which are the native tokens on the Animal Farm, and you will be able to use Drip to purchase these scratch-off tickets, and the Drip will be burned. So how does Drip try to stay away from the Ponzi or the MLM and kind of get out of the isolated investment system? So within its 1 year history, it has also, a lot of people within the community have built charities or funded charities using Drip. There's actually one here in Cambodia, Little Cryptita. She lives in Siem Reap. There's about 5 different people under her team, and she's built a number of wells in Siem Reap. You can find her projects on YouTube and see where that money's gone. Another large YouTuber, Jonathan on Drip Farm, has partnered with Charity Waters to donate 1 claim per month with his members, and that goes straight to funding and building wells in other countries as well. Additionally, there are more than a dozen Telegram groups in different countries and different languages, all that have different use cases and charities that they're supporting as well. Additionally, the gambling entertainment we just talked about with the Monopoly NFTs and BetFury Casino. The investment opportunity that within the Animal Farm ecosystem that was built. So this is a yield farming protocol, and there's also a new Piggy Bank protocol in which kind of an annuity and CD is being utilized with the pigs token to pay out a dividend for incentivizing staking and holding within the platform as well. And Drip is used to farm the pig token. Lastly, is the most important in my opinion, is how strong the actual community is for Drip. So if you do a vidIQ search for crypto and DeFi projects, trending is the Drip platform and Forex Shark ecosystem. And you'll also find that there are dozens of tools and apps that people within the community have built to support this ecosystem, as well as additional projects and even games that people are talking about developing for Drip. So the community is carrying a large portion of the utility for these projects. The upcoming roadmap. So Forex has mentioned on multiple AMAs about the partnership with PancakeSwap coming very shortly, where there will be a borrow and lending protocol available for you to borrow against your Drip. Loot NFT has been announced as a partner where specialized NFTs for the metaverse projects will be utilized. There will be a Drip cross-chain bridge to allow capital from other chains to be purchased to purchase Drip. There's a new Drip UI to overhaul the existing website so that it will model more of the traditional financial websites that you're familiar with. And there's this Atlantis metaverse that will utilize Drip as the reserve currency in their ecosystem. So what are the pros? Well, the pros is that it's a fully sustainable contract. It will pay out the guaranteed 1% daily. It has been audited by Slither, which is a static analysis tool for Solidity code. So as the contracts are locked and immutable, so it will pay that out. What that token will be worth is still up in the air. Additionally, more pros is the community support I mentioned. There is a huge support within the community. Dozens of AMAs that you can listen to Forex Shark talk on hours about the use case and what he's planning to build within the system and how many years in the advance he sees this going into. So he's very open about his vision and long-term sustainability of the project. And lastly, within the last couple of months, whales have already exited and re-entered, and there have been millions of dollars claimed. So people that got in early for the pre-sale have made tons of money, but they have already reinvested a lot of that capital. In addition to their downlines that they support, people have made hundreds of thousands from them as well. Cons. So some of the cons are that, again, he is a pseudo-anonymous dev as well as his team member, BB. They are undoxed, but they have been KYC'd in one of the audits that they ran. And there is also some community controversy between some YouTubers and some people within the Telegram groups that feel they have been treated unfairly or banned for asking questions. There's also the fact that it's only a 1 year track record. So in DeFi, this is a long time, but for a financial vehicle, you'd like to see a little more long-term play. This is as well high risk. Yes, your tokens will be paid out because the contract is already written and locked, but it's still high risk because you don't know what those tokens could be worth. And lastly, Forex has a habit of overshooting deadlines, and project delays have caused some FUD within the community. So lastly, some FAQs. So some of the more frequently asked questions within this is Drip a Ponzi? And I'm going to share what was mentioned from Forex, as well as some information from other members that put this together. So it says, is Drip a Ponzi or pyramid scheme? Pyramid schemes are systems where players in the higher levels get a larger commission as the majority of the profits are funneled to a few at the top. This is usually hidden behind the sale of products and services that produce almost no profit in themselves. The Drip network operates fully on-chain. Its smart contracts are open source, and all transactions within them are publicly available. The source of the funds and the status of the project can be viewed by anyone at any time using tools like BSC Scan. Players using the faucet don't have to engage in team building if they don't want to, and will still continue to receive their faucet rewards. Referral rewards are a bonus that fairly compensates players for helping expand the project and attract new players and capital. This reward is given during deposits, only goes to one player at a time, and has several eligibility requirements. There's a max payout of 100,000 drip, meaning senior players will eventually have to create a new wallet to continue receiving faucet rewards, and onboarding new players to continue receiving referral rewards. This means there's a limited advantage to getting in early. All this means players who enter the system later can make just as much or more than the initial wallets who entered the project, and there's no benefit to getting in early as far as how the team building structure goes. This is the opposite of a pyramid scheme. So that's that. Is it sustainable? There's a great article written by Cryptozoa on a Media article talking about the tax system, and that's where the profits come from. So he goes into extensive research and running some numbers that the tax pool is enough to sustain itself for quite some time. And that's where the profits come from, where the dividends are being paid out. If the tax pool runs out, then the contract is allowed to mint new tokens. And those tokens then would be causing it to be inflationary at that time, but it would only mint enough to cover the missing taxes. So that is one of the issues, I guess you could say, within the system. And lastly, can I cash out my investment? No, you cannot. Once you put your money into the contract, it is locked and you are only paid out 1% per day. So every 24 hours, a maximum of 1% is paid out. And what is the utility? Well, the utility was covered in the previous slide about the use cases that the community is building, the casinos, the NFTs, the yield farming opportunities, and as well as the charity and contributions that are being made by others within the community. So in short, I think this is a project worth looking into. We'd love to hear your feedback and let me know what you think. Thanks.